Now moving on to our next suburb, Southlake. So we were just in Irving right here. We covered Louisville, and now we're gonna go into Southlake right here. So if we go ahead and zoom in to Southlake, you are right by Grapevine Lake. So there's definitely a lot of lake life here. You got Bob Jones Park right here, Bicentennial Park, and then there is the main road going through here is the 114. So there's not really going to be much highway traffic going through here, and this is a little bit more of a higher end expensive area to actually live in. You know, you've also got a couple of golf courses within Southlake as well, if that's, you know, what you like to do. And then also, you know, there's really 3 golf courses around Southlake, if that's what you like to do. If you like to, you know, go golfing and everything, there's plenty of golf courses around. So let's go ahead and jump over to Affordability in Southlake. So as I said, Southlake is a little bit more pricey on the high end. You know, so you've got 1.75 right here. Let's check that one out. 1,705, sorry. So this one is 4,158 square feet, was built in 1997, and has 4 bedrooms and 4 baths and a fireplace, and it's on 0.67 acres. And it was listed at 1,685 and sold for 1,705. So definitely a beautiful front with the rock and the brick. Beautifully lit up, and it's in the tree. Got some nice tree coverage there. You got kind of a formal little sitting area and a formal dining room up front. Looks like these people are avid hunters. You got your little office area there. Looks like it's a built-in office, and then a wide open living room, dining room, and kitchen area. Some nice stainless steel appliances with a little eat-in bar there, and cooking with gas. Got a nice little sunroom there. Primary bedroom downstairs with a nice little soaking tub, and it looks like a prep kitchen off to the side of the regular kitchen. Yeah, this is definitely a very nice, you got a private pool, hot tub. Yeah, this is a beautiful house. Got your little fire pit back there. So yeah, that's what 1.705 will get you in Southlake. Let's check out the map, see what else is out there. We got 2.48 right here. Let's check that one out. So this one is 4,714 square feet and 4 bedroom, 3 full bedrooms, and then 2 half baths for a total of 5, and was built in 2018. And let's go ahead and check it out. So it was listed for 2.3 and then sold for 2.480. So you got a huge backyard there. Looks like there's 2 retaining walls back there. You got a side facing garage, definitely a modern house. Looks like you've got a kitchen, little oasis in the backyard. Oh yeah, this is definitely a entertainer's paradise out here. Beautiful entryway. Nice formal dining room. I don't know why, but that right there reminds me of like Beetlejuice. This is definitely a very modern house. Got all the custom cabinets there. Beautiful island, formal dining area, nice little living room, your primary bedroom and bathroom with a huge walk-in closet. You got 2 pair of shoes there. That's kind of weird. I would have just removed those shoes. You got a custom built-in jewelry area. And then the other bedrooms. Looks like this is 1 floor as well. So that's definitely a huge perk if you don't like going upstairs. So yeah, that's what 2.3 will get you in Southlake. Let's check out the map. There's one definitely a lot higher. Over here towards the lake, we got one for 4.375. Let's check that one out. So this one was listed for $4,679 and actually sold for $4,375. It is 8,000 square feet, 8,068 square feet. And this was a brand new home built in 2024 and is 5 bedrooms and a total of 9 bathrooms, 6 full baths and 3 half baths. Let's check this one out. Look at those windows. Definitely a beautiful entryway with a huge, looks like marble wall there with some built-in shelving for your living room. This is a very modern home. Look at those windows. Those are massive. Definitely a chef's paradise here. Some glass seats there. Fun place for a wine enthusiast. You got a little side wet bar. A little sitting area before you go up the massive stairs. You got a gym. Looks like almost a kitchen on the 2nd floor. Half bath upstairs. Media room. Your garage. Outdoor living. I mean, you've got like 3 tiered outdoor living. Yeah, this place is massive. So yeah, that's what 4.375 will get you in Southlake. So let's go ahead and check out some stats and data. All right, so for Southlake, over the past 3 years, they have a median home sold price of $1.4 million. You've got some peaks and valleys, but that is to be expected in any market as rates come down, prices change for the good and for the bad, and then the month's supply of inventory is averaging 3.1 months. And again, this will change according to rates, because as rates get lower, you get less inventory because there's a lot more people out there shopping. Like in January of 2025, there was 1.8 months of inventory, whereas right now there is 3.1 months of inventory. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and drop some stats and data for you. And then after the stats and data, we will jump over to the next suburb. Here's some stats and data on Southlake, Texas. The population of Southlake is 31,265. The commute time over to Grapevine is about 10 to 15 minutes. And then if you're going to be traveling, the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is also about 10 to 15 minutes. The median home listing price was $1.375 million, and the median home sold price was $1.2 million. The current months of housing inventory is averaging 2.3 months, and the school ratings for the Grapevine Colleyville Independent School District, or ISD, is an A+ on niche.com. And then there's also the Carroll Independent School District within Grapevine that had an A+ on niche.com. And the Carroll School District is the primary school provider for Grapevine. And that Carroll ISD was ranked number 1 out of 88 for best school districts in the whole DFW area. It was also ranked number 1 out of 82 in all of DFW for best school districts for athletes. And it was ranked number 3 out of 883 schools for best school district in Texas. It has 2 high schools, 4 middle schools, and 5 elementary schools. Carroll Senior High School has an A+ on niche.com and was ranked number 7 out of 1,876 high schools for best public high school. And it has 1,444 students. Carroll High School has an A on niche.com and it was ranked number 102 out of 1,876 schools for best public high school. And it has 1,441 students. All right, so moving on to the 4th one, White Settlement. So this one is a little bit further away from Grapevine. So we've got Grapevine over here and Southlake that we just covered right here. And White Settlement is over here. The reason why a lot more people move to White Settlement is, and we'll show you here in a second, is the amount of land that you're going to get in White Settlement. The con to it though is the drive. You've got the 820 over to the 183 to the 121 if you're actually working in the Grapevine area. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on the first one, White Settlement. Now, if I zoom in here to White Settlement, you'll see that there it is outlined by the 820 right here, and then the 30 right here, and then the 183. So it's kind of outlined by interstates. And then you have East Lake Worth up here. So you do have some lake activity to be able to take your boat to if you want. You know, so there's definitely a lot to do. There's the Texas Civil War Museum. You know, so there's a lot to do within White Settlement. However, people do come here to White Settlement to stay. There's not really many people that sell, and I'll show you it's a little bit more affordable here in White Settlement as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump over to affordability. So looking at White Settlement and the affordability, so we've got 225 right here, 160, 209, 225. Let's look at this 160, see what that is. So you've got 1,200 square feet. This one was built in 1968, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And it was listed originally for $250 and then sold for $160. So this one was a huge price cut, almost $100K price reduction. So they must have wanted to get out of here, or it could have had some foundation issues. Let's see if we can notice why they did a $100K price reduction. So I can't really tell anything other like in the photos, other than it's a little bit outdated. Yeah, you got like the fences kind of falling in the back. Can't really tell if there's any foundation issues, but I mean, maybe they just needed to sell. I do see a little bit of a crack right there in the above the door, but wouldn't know until actually going into the property. Or they may have just needed to get out of the property. Let's check out some other properties. All right, so we've got 235, 220, 270, 145, 320. Let's check this one out. So you got nice little brick frontage. This one definitely looks a lot newer than that last one. So it's got 2016 square feet, and yeah, it was built in 2017, and it has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and it was listed at $335 and then sold for $320. So they did a price reduction of about $15K on this one before actually selling it. So yeah, this one definitely looks a lot newer. We got a fireplace in here, some custom cabinets, and it looked like it was all one floor as well. Yeah, so it's all one floor. You got your primary bathroom, primary bedroom. Yeah, this one looks nice. So that's what $320,000 will get you in White Settlement. Let's go ahead and jump over to some trends over the last 3 years. So looking at White Settlement trends over the last 3 years, the median home sold price was $232,500, and then the month supply of inventory was averaging 3.6 months. So we're going to go ahead and drop some stats and data for you for White Settlement, and then we'll head on to our last one, Frisco. So stick around. And here's some stats and data on White Settlement, Texas. The population for White Settlement is 18,005 people. The commute time to Grapevine is going to be about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on traffic. And then the commute time to the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is going to be about 30 to 40 minutes. The median home listing price was $232,500, whereas the median home sold price was $227,000. The current months of housing inventory is averaging 3.9 months, and the school rating for the White Settlement Independent School District, or ISD, is a B+ on niche.com, and it was ranked number 46 out of 896 schools for most diverse school district in Texas, and it was ranked number 352 out of 883 schools for best school districts in Texas. It has 1 high school, 2 middle schools, and 5 elementary schools. Brewer High School has a B on niche.com, and it was ranked number 847 out of 1,876 schools for best public high schools, and it has 2,183 students. All right, now as we jump into our last one, our last suburb, Frisco. So we've got Frisco up here, and Grapevine right here. The other suburbs that we covered: Southlake, Louisville, Irving, and White Settlement down here. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into Frisco. So as you zoom into Frisco, it's actually, there's the 380 up here that borders up top, and then you've got the Sam Rayburn Tollway down here at the bottom that runs east to west, and then north and south you've got the 289, and then the Dallas North Tollway that runs north to south. So those are kind of the main ways in and out, and then there's all kinds of stuff to do in and around the Frisco area. So you've got multiple parks within here. You've got Louisville Lake that borders a lot of Frisco. So let's go ahead and jump over to affordability. So if you look at the Dallas North Tollway right here, really anything east of the 289 is going to be a little bit more affordable, whereas when you start getting west of the Dallas North Tollway and you get closer to this waterfront properties are going to get a little bit more expensive over here. So and then also in between the Dallas North Tollway and the 289, property is going to be a little bit more expensive there as well. So if we just start looking at right here in Preston Ridge, so we've got one for $395. Let's go ahead and check that one out. So it was listed originally for $400K and then actually sold for $395. So they did a $5K price reduction. So this one was 1,489 square feet and it was 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. Let's go ahead and check it out. So it looks like it's 1 floor, a nice little entryway there, an open living room. You got a fake little fireplace there. Looks like that was drawn on there, but that's okay. Gives it a little bit more appeal in the picture. Kind of pretty open there to the kitchen. Got a small kitchen area. Love the white cabinets. Got a little barn door going into the primary bathroom. Looks like they may have outgrown this house. That's probably why they sold it. They got some kiddos. So yeah, that's what 400K will get you in Frisco. Let's check out the map, see what else we got. So we've got 535 right here. Let's check that one out. So this one is 2,185 square feet, built in 2004, and then it's got 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it was originally listed at $565 and sold for $535. Let's check it out. Looks like the roof was just replaced. Got a nice red brick, pretty good looking little entryway, the formal dining room as soon as you walk in. Nice open area to the living room and the kitchen. And then the bedrooms, bathrooms. So yeah, that's what $565 will get you in Frisco. Let's check out one more. So, as I said, as you go on the other side of the Dallas North Tollway, properties get a little bit more expensive. So let's check out this 1.36. So you got this one is 4,664 square feet, was built in 2012 and is 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. And was originally listed at $1,350 and sold for $1,360. So it increased 10,000. Let's check it out. So you got a side-facing garage and a front-facing garage. Nice little wrought iron staircase with a formal dining area. Those floors look amazing. You got a little wine area if you're a wine enthusiast. And then a little office up front. Nice exposed beams. Nice open area to the kitchen and living room. Yeah, this definitely is well worth the 1.36. So let's check out some trends real quick. So over the last 3 years, Frisco's home prices were at $740,000. And the month supply inventory was 3.7 months. And then we're gonna go ahead and drop some stats and data for Frisco. And thanks for tuning in. And if you're looking at making a move to the Burleson, Texas area, whether it's 5 days or 5 months, feel free to reach out to me. My information is going to be in the description below, and I'd be happy to help you make a smooth transition to the Burleson, Texas area or the surrounding suburbs. Thanks for watching. Here's some stats and data for you on Frisco, Texas. The population of Frisco is 200,509 people. The commute time to Grapevine, depending on traffic, is going to be about 30 to 40 minutes. And then the commute time to the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is going to be about 25 to 30 minutes. The median home listing price was $730,000, while the median home sold price was $630,000. The current months of housing inventory is averaging 3 months, and the school ratings for the Frisco Independent School District is an A+ on niche.com, and that ISD was ranked number 12 out of 883 schools for best school districts in Texas. And it was ranked number 23 out of 807 schools for best school districts for athletes in Texas. And it was ranked 116 out of 912 schools for best places to teach in Texas. That ISD has 12 high schools, 18 middle schools, and 43 elementary schools. Liberty High School has an A+ on niche.com and was ranked number 17 out of 1,876 schools for best public high schools in Texas and has 1,846 students. Reedy High School has an A+ on niche.com and was ranked number 33 out of 1,876 schools for best public high schools in Texas. And it has 2,275 students.